my name is Alicia and I'm an accountant from Vancouver. And today we are going to be discussing GST. Why is it so important to talk about GST? Because quite often when people just start businesses, they have this trouble when they did not register GST. And at the end they have penalties and fines. That's why we are talking about GST now, just so everyone is familiar what is GST, how to claim it, when to claim it, how to charge it. So what is GST? GST is a sales tax. Technically, almost every business in Canada have to charge GST. Some businesses are excluded. For example, if you sell raw food, or if you are a broker, you do not have to charge GST. But usually 90% of the businesses have to charge GST on all services or products. Also, if you are selling to the States, there is no GST. Because you are selling abroad, we take GST based on not our province, but our customers' province or country. Also, if you are selling, let's say, to Ontario, for example, my business is in BC. If I have a client in Ontario, I have to charge them 13% GST, while my GST rate is 5%. That's also a little trick about GST. Also, GST have a threshold of $30,000. That's when you start your business and you are not sure if it's gonna go well or not. You do not have to register GST right away. You have $30,000 as a threshold, which you do not have to open GST. You have to open GST when your business revenue reaches $30,000, and I will explain it better in my example. Let me show you my screen just so you can see my example. Okay, so for example, you just start your business, and let's say it is a consulting company. You charge clients $5,000 a month. And you reach $25,000, you had only 5 invoices, you do not have to open GST account. It's fine. Now, what happens if you reach $30,000? You have 6 invoices, you have to call the CRA to open your GST account. Number is 1-800-959-5525. The accountant knows this number by heart. So you don't have to charge GST on this amount, but everything after it, you have to charge GST. So this amount is gonna be with GST. So this plus this is gonna be the amount you're gonna receive. So before this, you were receiving $5,000. Since then, you're gonna be receiving more. But these amounts are not yours. They belong to the CRA. That is very important to know. And how to lower this amount? Because you can do that. And you would lower it with expenses. For example, if you purchase a laptop and the price of the laptop was $2,240, because I'm calculating it based on BC. So without taxes is $2,000, and there was a GST of 100. This GST 1,000 minus this is going to be the amount you owe to the government. Quite often when the businesses are just starting, they have more expenses than revenue. Quite often the government would pay you back if you spend more in GST. Also, a very important note, when do you have to submit it to the government? For example, you open your business and let's say this was January and this is June. So January and July. If you call the CRA and you ask them to have your GST quarterly, you would have to pay this amount to the CRA in 3 months. So September would be a cutoff. You have to file it by the end of October. Now, what if your client didn't pay you? This question I get all the time. even from clients who were in business for a while. Even if you didn't get paid for the full amount or partial, you have to pay the CRA. That is very important. If, let's say, something doesn't go well with the client and they still didn't pay you in, let's say, 6 months, and you know that they will never pay, you can get a refund for the amount you've paid. Then you would have to claim GST credit. But usually you have to claim it as soon as you receive it or when your next filing. Now, about expenses, it's different because you can claim 4 years of expenses. For example, let's say you got this laptop not this year, but the previous year in January, and you forgot to claim this GST. It's very important to claim it only once. If you forgot to claim it, you can bring it to your bookkeeper, or you can just add it to your filing. And you can claim, this is called ITC. You claim ITCs for 4 years after the purchase is done. Yeah. So this is brief explanation of what is GST, why you have to claim it. I really hope it's helpful. If it is helpful, please let me know.